Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently on the path to recovery, and we are currently just waiting for all of our overextension causing cores to finish up so that we can boost our stability. In the meantime, we're banking up our admin power, and that's fine. We'll make a few states here. Is that the only one that we can do? Looks like it. We can just toss a seat into Parliament. Sure, there we go. Beautiful. Do we want to build any structures? The answer is yes. We want to work on getting that brought up. We're at 74 prestige right now. I actually want the prestige here, so we'll take that. We do want to send out our explorer to continue to explore. Beautiful. Are we planning to go to war this episode? Maybe. That's a hard maybe. That's a very hard maybe. We should probably head down this direction and do aggressive expansion down here if we're going to. Portuguese Brazil is actually pretty okay with us. That's interesting. Why would they be pretty okay with us? We have no CB. We're not going to declare on them right now. But that is definitely fascinating. We might want to attack these Portuguese territories down here. Might not be a terrible idea. But right now, it would be a terrible idea. We need to wait until when? Well, at least until we get our stability back up to 0. That's going to be a big deal. We need to get all of this coring done. And we need to get our stability boosted here. It currently costs 200, 14% increase due to overextension. So we can save 14% on this from the overextension. However, it is also increased by 50% from the internal conflicts. Now, how do you get rid of internal conflicts? By having stability of at least 1. So we're going to have that malice no matter what. But we can save at least 14% on it. So we'll do that. We do have a diplomatic advisor slot available right now, and this seems reasonably fine. We'll go for the diplomatic reputation. Cool. Now, I do want to check in on how we're doing on, specifically, our institution spread. Global trade. Okay. We would need 5,353 to embrace this right now. How much are we getting per loan? 700? Okay, that's going to be like 8, 9 loans. We may want to just bank it up for right now. Is that increased by our internal conflicts? Hang on. I'm not sure if it is. We can check in our stability tab. Stability cost and goods produced modifier. I think it maybe isn't. Okay, so we finished up our colony up over here. And this is still going. There's no colonies to be made over here. This is all guaranteed to be ours. So we'd want to take this, but we need this colony to finish first, which means we should head up this direction and colonize some of this area. Cool. So that's fine. We do have a lot in British Louisiana for our spy network right now. I kind of want to start building one in Portuguese Brazil, just in case we decide to attack over here. I'm not 100% certain that that's going to happen right now, and we did just renew a loan, which is not ideal. Britain's going to attack Jolof. Okay, have fun with that, Britain. Sure. So when are these going to be done? These are going to be done in 3 June 1649. Okay, so about a year. Slightly over a year. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Should be just fine. We're saving up cash at this point. How are we doing on our corruption? We actually have 0 corruption right now. How did that happen? I guess we weren't really building up corruption. We were bringing it down a little bit. Wild. I didn't expect to be at 0 corruption right now. Okay, seems okay. Our inflation does need to be reduced. I wouldn't mind an inflation reduction advisor, and we could look to see if there is one. There isn't. Do we want this national unrest guy? Yeah, he's probably still valuable for us, and I do want to continue to convert here for sure. Spain sowed discontent. Ooh, admin power. We'll take it for 50 inflation. Or 0.5 inflation, I should say. It's not great. Our inflation is passively coming down, but not by much. Not by much at all. So these cores are going to finish. Once they're done, we're going to put all of our admin power into boosting our stability. We need to get up to stability of at least 1. I don't think we're quite going to have enough, but we'll see. When is our golden era up? Because that's also reducing this by 10%. Let's see here. Is it in our country modifiers? No. Okay, September 1655. That sounds good. Spanish West Indian separatists in Aruba. Okay, we can deal with that now that we actually have boats. So we're going to head up over this direction, and we're going to park our boats there. Cool. We're just going to march up, and then from there, we're going to do this number. No, where are you going? Stop it. I want you to not sail around. I want to march up. There's all those cores finishing. Magnificent. So what do we do from here? Well, we could grab, apparently, a diptech. Sure. We'll take a diptech. And now, of course, we need to boost up our stability. 1, 2, 3. We don't quite have enough to get the 4th. We need 100 more. That's fine. We need to bring this up to exit our internal conflicts. So that's fine. We will definitely get that extra 100. That'll be just a few months. And being at stability of 0 is a big boon. No doubt about that. Okay, these guys have arrived, and we're going to head out over here. Perfect. No problem there. Of course, we're going to need to continue to core. But our higher priority is getting this last stability. So that'll be perfect. Cool. Portugal was apparently building a spy network. That's very rude of them. Why would they do that? Very, very rude. So 186 is what we need. 2 months. 2 months is what we need here. Manufactories has spawned. Noted. Coldest period in the Little Ice Age. Thank you, Great Britain. Good to know. And there's the end of the internal conflicts. We get a free stability out of that, so that puts us at +2 stability. Now, of course, we need to start getting these cores made, and we'll start with these slow cores. Next month tick, we should be able to grab this one, and I want our boats to go back into dock here. So let's grab that, and let's head in. There we go. Beautiful. We have too few seats in Parliament, and we should just grant one at random. I don't care what one it is. There we go. That'll do. And we can start some of these cores. We'll start by cost, and we'll work our way from the lowest to the highest cost. Should be fine. 2 months until our next cost. Spain was building a spy network. 181K. That's definitely grown. We're at 129. We can expand this army, but I would like to spend this cash instead on embracing global trade. We're at +50 right now. October 1653. What is Spain's Miltech? 19. Spanish Peru's 19. Spanish West Indies 19. Is Portuguese Brazil here? That's at 20. Okay, so that seems reasonably fine. We definitely need to boost up our defensive capacity. I think that's incredibly clear. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to boost this up. So 14,216. There we go. That does spend down a fair amount of our cash. Hey, 296 ducats. We would be within their debt, but we'll take it. So, the question now is, do we go into debt in order to get Miltech 20? The way that we do that is by getting institutions. I think for the time being, we'll hold off on that. It will get cheaper the longer we wait. Because more and more locations will adopt it. Manufactories is not currently spreading at all, and we may want to build at least a manufactory so that we have some spread of it. We'll get that going. There should be a stable government. I mean, I agree with you, but I don't want to spend admin power on it. We'll go into admin debt here, but I don't like that. Portuguese Brazil was building a spy network as well, but now we have this army finishing up. Cool. So that puts us where? 157 out of 145? Okay. Oh, we have a parliamentary debate going on, don't we? Yeah, a chance to end. Okay, so do we want to appease reactionaries? Blood for the blood gods? Mint national coins. Pass on that one. Yikes. There aren't very many of these that are particularly good. It is 50% to 10%. Our colony over here is now self-sustaining, and they colonized here, so that's fine. That's the best that they can do there. Now our best bet is to send our colonists up this way and just take what we can up here. So that'll be fine. We will colonize up that direction. And at this point, we continue working through these cores. That's all looking fine as well. Brandenburg has the beater. Good for you, Brandenburg. And is there anywhere that we should turn into states? The answer is yes, actually, up over here. But it's apparently, yeah, not cored. That would do it. Yeah, not cored, so that's fine. The debate failed. That is really sad that it's failing on the 10% chance and 50% chance. But it is what it is. It is what it is. They managed to close. So what do we want to put in here? Admin power. Definitely admin power. We are going to lose Navy tradition. That sounds good. Anything else here? Actually, gaining some corruption would be not great, but it would be fine. Local autonomy is completely okay. I'm fine with that. I don't really want to spend prestige on it if I can help it. Actually, that looks really solid. We'll do that for the time being. Diplomatic support. 19 is a lot of diplomatic power. Losing sailors is fine. I don't care about that at all. Army professionalism. We'll take the local autonomy. Local autonomy. Anything else that we want? We could do some legitimacy here. We have a 2/3 chance at this point. That's probably good enough. And we can continue to core here. We're currently negative financially. And is that just... Okay, we're back to positive. Oh, that was because we're rooting out the corruption. Right. Noted. That's completely okay. So we will continue to core these. There's not a lot needing to be cored over here. We're making good progress on that. I'm hoping that we manage to pass this eventually. We can actually exempt national conscription as well. That puts us to an 85%. Okay, so we could gain a stability here. We could gain government reform progress, 400 ducats, and we're going to take the ducats. Thank you very much. That all looks good. And what are we going to do with those ducats? Well, those are intended to be earmarked towards going towards global trade. Now, I want to check manufactories. Yep, we're now definitely having manufactories grow here. I like it. Great Britain is planning to attack Acoma. Sure. For the time being, that's fine. Man, we're just really not doing well with these rolls, are we? One of these days it will pass. But it is not this day. I'm finding it wild that we still haven't been able to explore this. But, okay, sure. So we're growing at the rate of 14.42 in our treasury. Not the best, but not the worst either. And we're nearly done with our coring. So that's looking solid. We've definitely made good progress on our recovery here. We're going to want to start exiting our recovery phase fairly soon. The question is when. Cotton imports. Okay. Eastern Pacific. That's this, isn't it? Pretty sure that's this. So we're not doing that right now. We're going over to the Indian Ocean instead, but sure. Tax modifier. Do it. Trade League of Luwu has disbanded. I really don't care. Spain was building a spy network. So Spain is still slightly spooky for us right now at this exact moment. That said, they're at war against Baden in the Austrian conquest of Baden. Interesting. Do we repay this loan? Yes, but I'm not happy about it. Cores are finishing up, of course. There we go. And our last core here, we are going to need to make a state eventually. And we may want to do that right now. That was what, here in Kansas? Yes. That does bring us over our governing cap, and I'm aware of this. So we do need to put in a seat in Parliament, and we'll put in this one. Cool. And we'll get these cores done eventually. If this would ever pass. Local unrest and gain 2 corruption. Okay. Surely this is going to pass, right? We have an 83% chance of winning the debate. Okay, so there's all of our cores done. That looks good. We do have a little bit of provincial unrest still. That is... Where is this? Okay, where are you? Up over here. Okay, what do we have going on here? Mostly just separatism, to be honest. So that seems reasonably okay. Great Britain unrivaled us. Fascinating. And we can grab Miltech 19 right now. Here's the question. Do we want to? It will be far more efficient if we don't. Far, far more efficient. Because if we don't do this, then we can adopt our... Wow, I'm thinking of the wrong word right now. Institution, I think? Yes, we can adopt our institution. And that will make this a lot cheaper. Like, a lot cheaper. 50% cheaper. Well, 45% cheaper. We would go substantially into debt for it. Or debase our currency. We're going to go into debt. And debase our currency. There we go. That's painful, financially, yes. We're going to root out corruption. We could also drop our army maintenance, in theory. But I'm going to, if we're here, we're actually passively dropping our corruption if we're here. Okay, so that's good to know. We can embrace this institution right now. Do it. So that, of course, makes this so much cheaper. That saved us about 300 military power. So that's perfect. We're going to be ahead of time for the next 8 years. That gives us swivel cannons and howitzers, and that also increases our combat width by 2. Now what do we want to do with that combat width? Probably flanking, to be honest. So we want to switch over to swivel cannon. Indeed. And then for each of these, we're going to increase our flanking by doubling our number of cavalry. There we go. So something along the lines of that. Those are all being built to. Fantastic. We're going to have some financial issues, almost certainly. Yes, we're going to have some financial issues. So, how do we want to address this? Well, we can root out our corruption maximally here. And we could use this to repay loans. Or we could use it to construct something. Those are both theoretical options. We do need to get the debt snowball rolling. But this means that we have 2 loans that we shouldn't have taken. if we're going to do it this way. So I want to cut our army maintenance and our fleet maintenance. That'll save us some money. And then I want to invest this here. And like that. And then some manufactories as well. There we go. Now, from here, everything else that we do is going to be intended to go into paying off debts. Every other bit of cash that we get is going to be set up for that. So all of these truces just expired that we released from British Louisiana. That's fine. No problem there. We are going to cap out our manpower eventually. Immoral prices, huh? We'll force the merchants to lower their prices, but I want to check in here first. We'll seize land. Cool. And now we'll force the merchants to lower their prices. Excellent. Okay. So we need to start our debt snowball rolling, right? Britain's going to attack Peoria. No shockers there. British Louisiana entered into a military coalition against us. Okay. Good luck with that, guys. Good luck. So we are going to drop our corruption eventually, but we do currently have unbalanced research, and we need to get our admin tech up. When are we going to be able to do that? 1657. Noted. I would also very much like to be bringing down our inflation. That would be really, really good. I'd like to replace this guy eventually. Actually, here's an inflation reduction advisor. Do it. Okay, so there we go. We are spending some of our money that we have earmarked for paying off loans on our inflation reduction advisor, but I think that's fine. We're not spending money here. We'll refuse to aid the traders. Cool. Now, we're probably going to grab expanded supply trains for our last quantity idea here. I do think we should continue to get dip tech, for sure. So that'll be fine. Now the question is, we have an available merchant. Do we want to do something with that? This is our home base here, our home port. We probably want to transfer from up here. Just transfer down to the Mexico trade node. That'll be fine for now. We'll take the unrest here. Things will no doubt improve. Cool. Hello, pause menu. Fancy meeting you here. Okay, we can almost repay a loan, right? Almost. No, I don't want to take a loan. No. I want to go in here and see what our total loan amount is. 876. Okay, sounds good. Portugal's building a spy network. No shockers there. So what would happen if we were to be declared on right now? Problems would ensue. And that would be because we're economically overextended at this moment. We pay off one loan, though, and that is a big boon for us. Center of Trade in Aruba has boosted up. I like it. And we are making 53 right now. So that's not so bad. We have manufactories being worked on, and we are reducing our inflation by an okay amount now. We definitely want to repay our loans as swiftly as we can. That is our top economic priority at this moment. Lose ducats or oppose funding the expansion of universities. Man, we still haven't managed to end this. Does this debate end at a particular time that it rolls it, or is this a monthly roll? The debate will continue until at least 2 August 1656, after which it has a 10% chance of ending each month. Okay. Noted. So our golden era ended. We used our golden era to get through some of those tough times. And we definitely succeeded on that. We got a lot out of that golden era. I don't want to gain 2 base corruption. We'll arrest him. Our military advisor leaves our court, and we can see if we want anybody here. No. I'm going to leave that empty for the moment. We'll replace him later. But for now, we definitely want that empty. So when are these loans going to expire? 20 October 1658, about 3 years. A little under 3 years. Okay. We need to get these loans paid off as soon as we can. A wave of obscurantism. We'll take the national unrest, actually. That should be fine. Yeah. That's not a problem. Cool. So 858.26 here. Yeah, that does need to be dealt with. Our corruption does also need to be rooted out. And we'll bump this up to minus 0.1, like that. Beautiful. We are still working our way out of all of our pain, right? No doubt about that. Our explorer died, and we are currently returning back. Yeah, we need a new explorer here. So we'll recruit one, and we'll send you off to explore the Southeast Pacific. Fantastic. That's looking good. We can almost pay off another loan here. 842, there we go. There goes another loan. Excellent. We're down to 3 now. And for the time being, I'll leave our rooting out of corruption here. How are we doing militarily? 170 out of 144. Okay. So we look a lot scarier to Spain now. Oh, they're at they were at 156, then went up to 165. Okay. They're kind of fluctuating wildly. They're low on manpower, so I don't think that's actually going to be a big deal. 300 ducats for Liberty Desire. Actually, we'll take it right now. That will help us pay off these loans faster, which would be very, very beneficial for us. We definitely want to get out of debt here. This royal marriage offer is accepted, and we continue to convert here. Our exploration is done, and we do have an additional exploration that we can do in the Southeast Pacific. This should get this all explored, and then we can circumnavigate the globe, in theory. In theory. I'm not sure how real we'd be able to do it, but that should be fine-ish. 14.36. Boy, this is barely increasing. Due to spy detection. Okay, sure. Well, that's going to take a while. Good thing we got that started. No doubt about that. For the time being, I definitely am still focused on getting these colonies going here. Let's get... this is all impassable. That is indeed impassable. So we don't have anywhere to colonize up here. We can't reach this stuff. So we will have to start colonizing this area over here for the time being. That's fine. We can make that into a core. Sounds good. When can we get our next admin tech? We're very, very close here, actually. So that's going to get rid of our unbalanced research penalty. Hey, 50 admin power. I like it. Finally passed that. Cool. And we can grab our quantity idea, which I would definitely like to do. Do we grab factories here? No. Dip tech would be good. Yeah, we still need to embrace manufactories, which will happen eventually. Oh yeah, this is actually growing quite a lot. Yeah, that's looking okay. I mean, it's not growing as quickly as I'd like, but for now it's fine. We will continue to pay off our loans, of course. We can pay off 1 additional, and then we can get 2 more. We're currently at minus 0.2 annually for our corruption. That's a very, very good sign. Our corruption is slowly dropping. Very slowly. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will finish this stabilization and make our way into another war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.